A very good day to all of you. Today's lecture series is on Module 5 and lecture number is 47. Today I'm going to discuss on the details of LCD, the pin configuration of LCD is being used, and how do we make connection between LCD and microcontroller. I, Professor Prasanna Kulkarni, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from KLS VDIT Halyard, is presenting this video lecture series. The topics that I'm going to cover today, I will focus upon the construction details of LCD devices, the various pin configurations being associated with the LCDs, and also how to do an interface of this LCD with 8051 microcontroller. After learning this lecture series, the students will have a better understanding of the LCD devices with built-in resistors available for programming for various display applications. The contents which are covered in the previous lecture have focused upon the types of LCDs and also what do you mean by LCD is all about, and what are the different resistors which are exactly used for LCD constructions. Okay, so let us focus now on the present content to discuss upon the LCDs. So to define these LCDs, what exactly they are? Okay, they stand as liquid crystal displays. They are a flat panel displays and electronically modulated optical devices. They uses the light modulating properties of the liquid crystals combined with the polarizers. They are available in two different forms, okay, like crystalline and amorphous. The liquid crystals, they do not actually emit the light directly. They are not the light sources, but instead they use a backlight or reflector to produce images either in color or in single color. We call it as monochrome. So basically LCDs are one of the best media wherein a display of different characters is easily made possible. And the liquid crystals are one of the considered to be the best displays among any other display patterns. And therefore you can observe these are not dome shaped. LCD crystals are always flat panel displays. The LCDs are being used in a wide range of applications, such as we say that in today's world LCD televisions. Similarly, we have a lot of computer monitors which are being constructed by LCDs. Similarly, various instrument panels, aircraft cockpit displays, the advanced digital cameras, the smart watches, calculators, and smartphones. So LCD is finding an application in almost every electronic gadget. Wherever you want to perform any display, obviously we need one of the important the parameter as a LCDs. So let us understand where all these LCDs can be used. When you compare this LCD with LEDs, that the price of LCD is very much getting reduced when you compare with the LEDs nowadays. It has got a very high luminescence. The brightness is very nice when you compare with the LED displays, and the life of LCD is really quite large. The ability of displaying numbers, it's possible on LCDs. We can display various characters and also we can represent various graphics on these LCD panels. But this LCD needs a controller which will refresh the LCD time by time. Therefore, we need a separate refreshing controller to be employed into LCDs. Therefore, since the refreshment will be done by a separate controller, the job of the CPU to perform the own task is kept at one side and LCD will be getting refreshed by the another controller. So therefore, burden on CPU is very much eliminated by making use of LCDs. Similarly, LCD gives you an easiest way of writing programs. Easily, LCDs can be programmed for characters and for graphics related applications. Now coming to the important aspects of this LCDs, such as widely used LCDs are of the size of 16 cross 2. 16 cross 2. What does mean by 16 cross 2? Wherein these 16 represents, it can represent 16 various characters, and that 2 represents the number of rows available on LCD panel. So therefore, most of the LCD displays are very basic modules which are very much used in electronic devices and projects. So whenever we see any electronic projects for engineering related applications, obviously LCD plays an important role while as far as displaying is considered. And very famous display used for our projects is of 16 cross 2, which has 16 characters to be displayed in two different lines. So we call 2 rows and 16 characters in each row. That is the meaning of 16 cross 2 character, and wherein the each character, okay, so we can display 16 characters in one line. Out of that, each character can be displayed by using 5 cross 7 or 5 cross 10 pixel matrix. So each character is of size of 5 cross 7 or 5 cross 10 pixel matrix. So this is about your LCD, how it exactly has. Now let us go to the pin diagram of this LCD panels. So 16 cross 2 LCD panels, it looks exactly like this. So whenever you use in our projects also, obviously we can see the same structures of LCDs which are being used. Now if you go through pin numbers, okay, which are represented in the slide as such, first one, pin number 1 is called as VSS, called as ground pin, used for ground connections. Second one is VDD, which is a power supply. So pin number 2, VDD, is a power supply which we always connect plus 5 volt of supply. So LCD always consumes 5 volt of supply. DC supply is required. V0 is used as a contrast. Okay, by connecting a pot resistor, variable resistor, we can vary the contrast of this LCD panels. So that for that purpose, this pin number 3 or V0 is used. RS is one of the important pin called as RS register select. So pin number 4 is used to divert from command register to data registers. So LCD uses two registers. One is called as command register, another is called as the data register. So the selection of these registers is done by this particular pin, that is pin number 4. Pin number 5 is called as read write. So RW, which is used for reading or writing operations to happen on these LCDs. Pin number 5 is used. Pin number 6 is called enable. So whenever you want to send a command or you want to send a data, this enable line has to be applied a proper pulse. Only then LCD is capable of reading or writing data onto this. Okay, so these are very important. So remember, 3 out of them are very much required: RS, RW and enable. Next, data lines, because whatever you display on LCD, the data has to be sent from a controller or from a device. So therefore it is having 8 data lines. It means that it can read 8 bits, and those 8 bits are data bits. So they are from pin number 7 up to pin number 14. So therefore they are called as data bus. 8-bit data bus is used by LCDs. Now similarly, pin number 15 is called as anode, which uses again a plus 5 volt of supply, and pin number 16 is called as cathode, which is called as ground pin. So 15 and 16 also are used for interconnection of this LCD. I think everybody have understood what are various 16 pins used for LCD display. So for your projects, this is one of the important concepts. Please don't forget this. So whenever you want to do any electronic projects, we must know what are the pins of these LCDs. So let us go to a table where I briefly explained about the job of each pin, okay, in the next slide. The description of this LCD: pin number 1 is VSS, called as ground. Pin number 2 is VCC, which will consume some plus 5 volt of power supply. Pin number 3, just now what I have said, is called as power supply to control the contrast, brightness, we call it as brightness. Okay, this pin number 4 is going to be an important, as just now I said, called as RS. Okay, so let us focus on this. RS is always an input pin. Remember this, RS is always an input pin, and whenever you make this pin 0, if you are sending RS equal to 0, it means you are selecting a register called as command register. Okay, RS is 0, it means you are selecting a command register. And when RS is equal to 1, we are selecting a data register. Okay, suppose we want to send a data, then this RS pin has to be 1. and if you are sending a command, then your RS has to be 0. I think this is clear. Okay, next pin number 5 called as read write. So RW, it is again an input pin. It's always an input pin. So what happens here? Whenever it is the RW is 0, you are performing is a write operation. When you are performing RW is 0, you are performing a write operation. That is, whatever is the data available in the controller, you are writing on LCD. That's the meaning of this. RW is 0. And RW is one is called as read operations. Suppose you want to read whatever characters which were displayed on LCD, then we have to assert RW equal to 1, which is a very rarely used operations, because our job is to send data on LCDs. So most of the programs, whatever we write, 99% programs will have this RW as 0. Very rare cases, suppose I am interested to read the characters on LCD, I'll be using RW. Why it is not actually so much used? Because on the panel display, already you have got the characters. Okay, suppose you are reading the same character, you want to send it to controller, then we use this particular operation. Okay, very rarely used operation. Next, pin number 6. Again, it is one of the important pins in this LCD. Enable is an IO pin. Okay, both input and output is possible. Now, what for this is used? This is used to latch the data information, okay, to LCD. Suppose you want to put the data on LCD latches, then this particular pin is used. Without this pin, you cannot send any data to LCD. Okay. Next, 7 up to 14, they are all called as data bus. So all of them are input output. You can send data or you can read data from those particular pin lines. I think now everybody have understood what all various pins connected to LCDs. Okay. So now in the next slide, we'll try to elaborate these things. Okay. We'll try to understand in a better way. First is RS. RS is the register select pin. Okay. This particular bit is used as register selection. We need to set it to 1. If you are sending some data to be displayed on LCD, just now as I've discussed, if RS is 1 only, then it means that you are sending some data to LCD for display. And if you set this to 0, then we are sending a command instruction to LCD. Okay, so be very clear with this. Example, suppose I want to clear a screen of the LCD. I don't want to display anything. There is some garbage previously displayed. I want to remove it, everything. Then to clear the screen, I have to send a command, and that command is 01H. Okay. Now here it is not called as data. Here when RS is 0, this 01 whatever you send acts as a command. But if RS is 1 and if you are sending 01, then it acts as a data. I think everybody have understood the difference. Okay. Now the next one called as RW. This is called as read write pin. When we set it to 0, if you are writing some data to LCD, if your job is to write data on LCD, this pin must be low. And if it is 1, it means you are reading from the LCD module. Generally, okay, we don't perform this reading from the LCD. It's a very rare operation. But sometime if you are interested to know the status of your LCD, we do this particular operation also. But as you see in the program, most of the time RW is always set to 0 because we are interested in sending data to the LCD modules. The last one of importance of all of these pins are enable. Now please understand this. Okay, enable is again one of the important pins. This pin is used to enable the module. Okay, that is LCD module. When a high to low pulse is given to it, then only we say that LCD is enabled. So if you want your LCD to be operative to read the data, you have to send a pulse, and the pulse should be always from high to low, and the duration of the pulse is 450 nanoseconds. Okay, the length of the pulse should be 450 nanoseconds, high to low pulse. Only then it is understood that LCD is enabled. I think everybody have understood, because these I'm focusing again and again. The only reason, because when we are writing LCD programs, we are focusing on these 3 pins. Okay, without the knowledge of these 3 pins, writing program for LCD is impossible. Okay, so everybody have understood this 3 pins. Okay, so let us go to now commands. Try to understand the commands. okay, through which all commands we can do which all operations on LCDs. The first one, which we normally use, 01H, what it does, clear the display screen. So okay, entire LCD screen gets cleared. Okay, you will not see any characters, you will see only backlight. Okay, a light is getting emitted from the LCD, only that's it, but no characters will be displayed. And similarly, 02H, return home. Return home, it means the position will change from the last line to the first line, that is called as return home. This also like an enter character, enter. Then the code 04 is used for decrement the cursor, or it is also called as shift cursor to the left position. 6 is increment cursor or shift cursor to the right position. Similarly, if you want to display entire thing to the right side, that we call it as right side placed, everything want to place it to the right side, then we call it as shift display right, called as 07. Similarly, if you want to 05, suppose you want to do entire display to the left, then called 07. Okay, similarly we also use the next one, like suppose for a moment I want to make the display off and cursor also off. Okay, two important things. Display is a brightness or a light that is emitted, cursor is a blinking. Okay, suppose you want to close all of them, then we use 8. This is normally used for power saving operations. So whenever you don't have anything to display on LCD, it is obviously suggested that you keep your display off and cursor off. So there we use this particular command. Okay, similarly, display off and only cursor is on. That is what I don't want to, suppose for example, in the daytime, I don't need a backlight. Okay, only on through a normal visible light it is possible to see the display, but I want to see the cursor. Okay, so that time I use display off, cursor on. Similarly, display on and cursor off. Suppose I am fixed with my content, I don't want to make any blinking, then I use simply display on, always keeping the display on time every time. Similarly, E and F, they do the same job, okay, which we use always in our projects. Display on and cursor blinking. Always keep my display on. Whenever the program is ready, display should get on and the cursor should start blinking. That is what we normally. Similarly, we have got only shifting the cursor to the left, only shifting cursor to the right. Similarly, we have entire display to the right side, to the left side. Similarly, forcing the cursor to start from the first line. Suppose I'm in the second row, I want to come to first row. Then I'll be using 80H. Suppose I don't want to display anything on first line, I want to display in the second line. Then I'll be using C0. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to use 5x7 matrix of both the lines, then I'll be using command. So for every operation, we have a related command. And through these commands only, the LCD will get to know what it has to do. I think everybody have understood. So these are the various commands used for LCD related operations. Hope so that everybody have understood this. So let us get into much depth of this one. To send any commands to the LCD, what is the first job that I have to do? What is the first job? That RS should be 0. Only then you can send these commands. Suppose you are making RS1 and sending anything, it will be considered as data. Okay, so when you write a program, you should be careful about this. And then a high to low pulse to the E pin to enable the internal latch of the LCD. Understood? So to send anything commands, what is the job I have to do? RS should be 0 and a high to low pulse on E pin has to be sent. Only then a command will be received. Did you get this point? Okay, next one. What normally we do, interconnections. As our job is to get the data from controller and send it to LCD. Okay, so what all pins we connect from a controller to LCDs. Normally we use P1.0 to 1.7 are connected to LCD as data pins. Why only port 1 we are using? Because port 1 is freely available. Okay, it is having only IO related operations. So therefore, we can easily use port 0 and port 1, 1.0 to 1.7, which is normally used for data sending operations. We use 2.0 to RS pin, 2.1 to RW, and 2.2 is connected to E pin. Okay, and this is variable. You can change it also. But if you change them, you should incorporate the same changes in your programs also. That is what care you should be taking of. Right? Okay. Similarly, for displaying a character, you should enable the enable pin. You should enable the enable pin. That is pin number 6. by giving a pulse of 450 nanoseconds. And once you enable this pin 6, you should select the register select pin number 4 in a write mode. Then only you are able to send the data to these registers also. Okay. Similarly, suppose you are doing any write operation, then RW has to be 0, writing operations. I think you have understood two important concepts. One, to send command, what I have to do. To send data, what I have to do. Okay, so obviously there is a difference in sending command and data. I think everybody have understood this, how to send a command, how to send data. So let us get into a brief LCD interfacing diagram of 8051. How do you interface this 8051 with LCD? Let us go through this in the next slide. Okay, again, so observe this very clearly. In this interfacing, I have used port 1.0 to port 1.7 as data lines serially. DB0 to DB7 are connected. Okay. Then pin number 1 is used as ground, VSS. Pin number 2, VCC, is used for 5 volt supply. I have connected 5 volt supply, and you can observe pin number 3 is VEE, connected with a register port of 10K. So if you vary that register port based on the variable resistance what you said, the contrast of the LCD also will change. Suppose you want to make a very bright contrast, I will reduce the resistance value. Suppose you want to increase the contrast, I will reduce the resistance value. And suppose you want to reduce the contrast, I will increase the resistance value. That is how called as a port variation has been done. Now the remaining pins 3.3, 3.4 and 3.5 are connected to respectively enable RW and RS. This is how I have made a connections for them. Okay, in this particular display. And whatever you see in the left hand part is a 8051 microcontroller with a oscillator connected with a switch also. Okay, based on the switch operation, a reset also can be done. If you do the reset, the entire LCD will be going in off state. Similarly, LED anode, LED cathode. LED anode is always connected to plus 5 volt and LED cathode is always connected to ground. Okay, so this is one of the important interfacing diagram of LCD. So whenever you do any projects, any mini projects, then you have to do this type of interfacing to 8051 microcontroller, pin to pin connections, what is been explained here. So let us understand this. So what all I have done in this particular connections are that. So port 1, that is 1.0 to 1.7 of a controller, I have connected to data pins of LCD. Correct. This is what I have done. Okay, next one. And what control pins? RS, RW and E of the pin numbers 12, 13 and 14. Okay, these are the pin numbers of LCD. And from where they have connected? Pin 3, 4, 5 of port 3. This is what interconnections which have been done. Everybody have understood this? Okay. Next, pin 2 used as VDD, which is a supply pin. Okay. Pin 15 called as backlight supply of LCD are connected to voltage 5. And pin 1 is used as ground called as VSS. Pin number 16 is used as backlight ground. Backlight ground. I hope so people are understanding this. Okay, 15 and 16 are used as the backlight supplies. Okay, are connected to ground. Then pin 3, okay, which is called EVE or we call it VO, is connected to voltage VCC through a variable resistor of 10 kilo ohms to adjust the contrast of LCD. The middle leg of the variable resistor is connected to pin 3 and the other two legs are connected to voltage supply and ground, so that you can connect a variable port. Through this port variation, the adjustment of contrast can be done. So this is a actual hardware connections which we do it on LCDs. I think this idea is enough. Everybody have now understood how to connect this LCDs to 8051 microcontroller. Okay, so if you have got any doubts, you can just ask me. So let us go to now the next slide of this one. Now try to understand how do we do this? How do we do operations on these LCDs? Like suppose I want to write, I want to send the data, what is to be done? I have made that a very brief, very simple note on this, what all you have discussed. Okay, that is follow these simple steps for displaying a character or a data. What is I have to do? These are important steps for a programs. So writing a data, first thing, enable pin should be high. First of all, make your enable to go high. First one. Second one, RS should be 1. Register select pin should be made 1. Third one, RW should be made 0. Read write pin has to be 0 for this operation. Only then LCD will come to know that I am going to display a data or a character which is sent on data line. Suppose I want to send a command to this LCD. What is the difference? Enable has to be 1. So in both the cases you can observe enable is made 1. Second one is the difference. For sending a command, now RS has to be 0. Has to be 0. Okay. What about read write? Read write will be, it is a 0 because you are writing command to the LCD. So in both the cases you are writing it. So therefore that pin will be same. Enable will be same. But what is the only difference? RS. So you should be very careful with this RS. RS is 1, it means it is data. RS is 0, it means it is command. Therefore I made this particular slide. So to understand this, it means you know the programming of LCDs. Okay. Everybody have understood these things? Okay. So let us see one more diagram. How can you do interfacing of 8051 with the LCD with only these pins? I have removed all other remaining pins from this. Okay. So let us understand this. This is the connection diagram of your 8051 controller with the LCD. This is what normally you can observe. So D0 to D7, RS is connected, RW is connected, enable is connected. So from where they are connected now? Port 2.0, 2.1 and 2.2. So when we write a program, we should be very careful. Okay. So I have to send enable as 1. So who should be sending enable now here? P2.2. So you should make P2.2 as 1. Only then your enable will become 1 there. Similarly, to make RS01, who is responsible? P2.0. So you should be writing program for 2.0. That will trigger your RS pin. Similarly, 2.1 will trigger R/W and VCC, VSSR, nothing but supply, ground and the brightness contrast control. And normally your data lines. Data lines are available from 1.0 to 1.7. So this is a very basic interface which has been done with the 8051 and the available LCD. I think this has covered a very wide scope on the LCDs, applications of LCDs and the pin configurations of them. What are the important registers are available for LCD programming, and also we have discussed how do we write a data, how do you write command on this LCDs. So this was an introduction lecture wherein you people have understood about LCDs, their interfaces. So in the next upcoming classes, we are going to discuss or we're going to focus on entirely on programming concept of this LCDs. So if you have understood this, it is well and good. If you're not, please do repeat this video series and try to understand them, because in the next series of LCDs, continuation to this, will completely focus upon the programming aspects. And if you really want to become a very good programmer on LCDs, then obviously you should be knowing all the fundamentals of these LCDs as what we have discussed. I think everybody have understood with this video lecture series. Okay, we'll meet in the next video lecture series, the continuation of this. Thank you for attending to this. Thank you, one and all.